what's up, everybody? I am Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos, and I am here with Grace Price at KetoCon 2023. But Grace, you're not selling a product here.
No, I'm not.
There's no service. There's no there's nothing to sign up for. You're not scanning anybody. Like there's no juice, nothing.
No.
Nothing. So tell me, why are you here at KetoCon?
Yes, so I'm on a mission to flatten the curve of cancer incidences by 2040. And by doing that, I am trying to spread information about nutrition to teens my age and how they can use it to prevent the early onset of diseases, specifically through epigenetic changes that can happen by the foods that we eat. So these can either be negative or positive depending on what you eat. So yeah.
Let's back up for a second because I heard teens like me in there. So
Yes.
You are not somebody that is like 30, 40 years old trying to travel the country and like bring awareness to something. You are a teenager. Are you still
Yes.
in high school right now?
Yes, I'm a junior in high school.
You are a junior in high school. Okay. You're going to have to tell me your story. How did you come to the keto lifestyle?
Yeah, so a couple years ago, my great-grandpa was diagnosed with colon cancer, and I remember just feeling so devastated that I couldn't do anything about it as just an average person. It felt like all of the power was in the doctor's hands, and that really bothered me because I wanted to help him the best I could. So I started to research a lot about nutrition and how diet could maybe affect cancer, and what I found is that cancer isn't up to random genetic mutations. Genetics actually only accounts for about 5% of cancers, and so the other 95% is up to environmental toxins and viruses that really weaken our immune system. So then I researched certain diets that can help build up our immune system, and I fell on the ketogenic diet or carnivore diet, and mainly just lowering carbs and refined sugars.
So once you came to that information, were you surprised?
Yes, I was completely shocked. And what shocked me the most is that our cells are constantly reacting to every single choice we make in our life. And a lot of those choices that are really impactful are what we eat.
So once you saw what the keto diet was like primarily comprised of,
Yes.
how did your current diet at that time look in comparison to a keto diet?
Yeah, so my parents have always been pretty healthy, and they started the keto diet before I did. But once they started it, I realized that I used to eat definitely a lot of carbs, and I love fruit. I'm obsessed with fruit, but I definitely ate a lot of fruit that had very high glycemic index and a lot of carbs with it as well. And so then once my parents started doing it, they encouraged me to start doing it, and especially my research also kind of pushed me to that point.
So what were some of the foods that you thought, I need to start incorporating this into my life that I haven't been eating?
Yeah. I definitely incorporated just a lot more protein because I started reading about how protein is one of the best ways to extend your health span and just make sure that your muscles have adequate amounts of it and your bone strength and all of that. And then avocados is another one. I love the way they taste as well. So I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to increase these. And then also trying to minimize my fruit intake to mainly berries, which have a lot of great polyphenols and stuff, which are antioxidants, and they're not too high on the glycemic index ratio, so that's what I do.
So I think that a lot of parents especially are worried that if they were to try to shift their family's groceries in the direction of keto, they might get some pushback from their kids because they would be, making these choices for them. And I mean, you came to that and you decided, and I think it's just such a amazing way to show love and honor for a person that's just so precious to you. It's putting feet to your faith, it's really,
Definitely.
It's showing that love is a verb. It's an action step that you are taking to do this. But has there been any pushback from your friends?
Yeah, so going to restaurants is definitely hard with friends. I typically try to eat at home or make my own meals because I can control what goes into it, especially making sure there's no seed oils and stuff. But when I go to restaurants, my friends are always like, oh, I don't want to be near Grace because I know she's going to be ordering the right thing to eat and I want to eat all of my bad foods.
Oh, wow. So it's not just a case of that they think what you're eating is weird. They're
No, it's
thinking
like
that,
a guilty thing.
oh, wow. Because I
Yeah.
think that a lot of people are worried that it's just like, ew, that's gross food.
No.
But it's just that, so the kids are aware that it's like, I shouldn't be eating a jelly
but they
donut for
want to
breakfast.
do it anyways.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. And so what is your, how do you handle that?
Yeah, I think I try to find ways that like I can explain to my friends how this is going to impact them earlier than what they are seeing in other people. And one of the like craziest things to me is that if we continue to eat like this, how we see like our grandparents and stuff having all of these issues with their back and not really even that mobile, like that is going to happen to us even earlier, but we can stop that from happening. Like that idea of aging cannot happen if we actually start making choices now. And I really just think that prevention is like the best medicine.
Yes.
Compared to all other treatments. And the fact that like we know what the root causes of a lot of these diseases are and that they're very heavily like metabolic oriented. I just kind of want to spread that message.
Wow, that is really, really powerful. And I wonder, what does your school feel about it? Have you talked to anybody at school about like maybe school lunches or like just what's promoted in health class or,
yes.
Because we all get like a lot of lessons in that time. That's really where you may take home ec or something where they're saying like, this is what nutrition is. Have you seen any, like, have you had any dialogue with your school system?
Yeah, so I've definitely had more dialogue about just how sedentary we are at my school. A little bit less with the food program, but I plan on doing that soon, this upcoming session. But I have actually helped our school incorporate a time during lunch where we can go for walks if kids like want to, because we're based in downtown Austin. So tons of great places to walk to. And although my school wasn't for forcing people to walk, we heavily encourage it. So everyone gets up for our 50-minute lunch break and we go and walk around downtown, which is pretty great.
Once somebody like you, that's so beautiful, so enthusiastic about it, and you're coming with a real common sense approach, if I wasn't keto, you're making a good case for it because you're just talking about whole foods and you're talking about moving your body.
Yep.
And I think that sometimes we wrongly try to overcomplicate sharing keto even, because it becomes scary. Like we're making it scary. When you talk about it, I'm like, this is very approachable. So, if I'm a parent that's trying to present this as an option to the rest of my family, what do you advise that we do?
Yeah, I would say try to present it as you're just trying to eat real food. Like bring up the question like, what are you eating? Do you know what is in that protein bar? Because chances are you can't pronounce half of the things that are on the label because it's chemicals. And that's the thing. Like when my friends ask me questions, I'm just like, hey, I'm just here trying to eat real food. Like that's ultimately my goal. I'm not like too strict on doing the exact perfect diet. I just think that cutting out fake like science experiments of other people is my goal. I don't want to be eating that. So that's what I would say.
I mean, that really sounds like freedom to me. That like
100%.
Where instead of thinking that parents are afraid to talk about this because they're like, I'm going to be enforcing something on you. It's like, no, you're already having something enforced on you. You're already having something confused, put on your plate that you don't know what you're eating and you're just eating it over and over again. So that's a really great perspective. And I think makes the family feel like an equal partnership in that instead of like one person talking down to another person. Now you were already eating, fairly healthy because of your parents, but have you noticed a physical difference in yourself since you started eating this way?
Yeah, so right once I started committing to the keto lifestyle, I also got addicted to Andrew Huberman's podcasts. So I started to fix my sleep schedule as well, and I just am so much more productive. I am able to do my schoolwork for just being like a high school student, but on top of that, also like getting ready for college and working on my Twitter and my online stuff for Traveling Jeans. So I don't think I would be able to do all of that and balance my life and not go a little insane without actually like having an optimal brain that is using the ketone bodies as energy, and sleep, of course, and stuff. So yeah,
I mean, you're absolutely right. Junior year, That's when you're thinking about
Yes.
colleges, you're starting to like put together essays and packages. And
Yeah.
that's when you're really the most tired and you're the most involved in things because you're like building that college resume. And at the same time, you know, you want to be clear in your mind and you want to put forth your best effort and be your best, clearest self.
For
so
sure.
it is nice to not have the brain fog. I mean, we're all
Yes.
appreciating it at whatever season of life that we're in, but it seems very smart to kind of use that to give yourself an edge when it comes
Completely
to
agree.
getting prepared to school. And has it influenced what you want to do for the rest of your life as you're looking for schools to go to?
Yeah, so I definitely am super passionate about science, and I nerd out about this stuff all the time. Like, I love learning the specific names of all the molecules and how they all work adjacently together. But I'm definitely more interested in biochem now because that kind of works really well together with what I'm currently researching for my Twitter account. But I'm also interested in maybe like becoming an MD so that I have the credentials to then say like this is what they teach wrong.
Right. Yeah,
at
absolutely.
School for becoming an MD, and here's what you actually should know. So I'm kind of thinking about that as well. But yeah.
That is powerful, and that's going to affect all of us. So I'm really thankful for this journey that you're on because, you know, we're all on our own journey, but this sounds like one that we're going to be, you know, having to keep an eye on for years to come because you're going to be impacting the world at large. Now, where can people find you if they're, you know, not at KetoCon like we are?
Yes. So I have an online website where I just update everyone on what I'm up to, and it's travelinggenes.com with one G. There's not two G's. And then I have a Twitter account that's the same, Traveling Genes, and you can find me in both of those places.
Okay, so I want to get this on camera before I let you go, and
Yes.
that is when you become the Surgeon General of the United States in the future, will you still be willing to come and give a talk here at KetoCon?
100%.
All right, we've got that on camera. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time
you.
and for your mission. You're blessing so many people.
No,
now, if you like videos like these, make sure you check out some other ones we have over here, or you can check out some other ones we have over here. But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it. And until next time, bye.